And he checks to make sure everybody's good, blows the whistle, and we're underway here in Newton on this ACC Friday night on the soccer pitch. Ball will be sent quickly up the field by the Duke keeper, Demora. Now Drew Kerr will send it back to Bull Jorgensen. Plays it back to Demora. Demora will see some pressure from Nikolai Rauyel. Raul ends up not getting there before the ball was booted down the field. Pass to the left wing, Drew Kerr. Left-footed ball into the box, top of the 18. It's cleared out, and we get tumbling Trevor Burns to the turf. No call there, and the Eagles on the counter. Royal gets up there again, but it will end up on net. Demora will settle it and send it back up the field. Played here by Burns, and we get a whistle for the first foul of the match. Quick reset. Ball gets booted right into the back foot of one of the Eagles, so they will reset this once again. Already some discussion going on at midfield here. It's the first time the Blue Devils have made the trip to Newton since 2016. Nearly 10 years since their last match here. And the first time they've met the Eagles in the regular season since 2018. They did play a few years back in the ACC playoffs. There's a long ball sent towards the 18, headed into the 18. Still a loose ball, and it's cleared out in the vicinity. Aridon Rakaj is right there looking for an opportunity to strike, and the throw coming in for Duke. It'll be Kerr right near that flag with a good opportunity here to send a ball in on the throw. Kerr tied for the team lead with 5 assists, the son of 18th year head coach John Kerr. A long throw into the box. It's loose for a moment, then it'll be cleared towards the close sideline. CJ Williams will get credit for the clear. It's just going to prevent, or result, I should say, in another throw for the Blue Devils. Turning it into the 18 here, looking for a shooting opportunity is our Lodi. Now back outside. Zabinko will play it. Bill Jorgensen right back to Zabinko. Duke showing a little bit of patience here in the midfield. Burns will play it to the last line of defense. Comran Aceto back to the far sideline. Takeaway, if only for a moment, by the Eagles defense. And now they look for a counter strike opportunity. It'll be cleared out by Aceto, but a throw up coming for the Eagles. Aiden Farwell will be the man in charge of this, at least for now. It looks like he might give way. Jack Burkhart will come relieve him of the throw-in duties. Key in a game like this for the Eagles will be to score as early as they can against a Duke team that scored 33 times in 11 prior matches. They are averaging 3 goals per game, which is best in the NCAA. And a foul called against Boston College here will give possession back to Duke. Deep in their own third. From their own defensive third, a ball is sent towards the midfield. It'll be headed down Gundalach. The midfield now. Bjornsson. Backpedaling with it was Asari. Williams now. Left-footed ball towards the middle. Hits off Farwell. Eagles continue to possess here in their own defensive half. Long pass looking towards the right wing. A jump ball for Asari. It'll go over his head, and they will rule that it did skim off Nikolai Ronaldo Bull Jorgensen on the way by. So a throw-in here for Finn Henze. Into the box. And never a shooting opportunity for Connor Gibson, who was the closest Eagle Played out to the close sideline for Kerr. Long pass. Up ahead into the box, flipped up towards the net. It's just wide, stays on. It was Bjornsson who tried to flip that up and over Borak. Now another long pass in the deep part of the 18, and some body battling going on in that corner between Burkhart and Bjornsson. Very nearly a pretty looking goal for the junior Ulfur Bjornsson, who almost flipped that up and over Andre Borak. But 5.5 minutes in, we remain scoreless. Eagles have dominated possession so far. Duke opportunities have been few and far between. And again, that's the style of match that the Eagles will have to play against a high-scoring offense like the Blue Devils. Another thing about Duke, too, they have 4 ties this year. All 4 of them have been coming from behind. Here's a run for our Lodi, and our Lodi gets taken down from behind. We get a whistle. Moritz Gundelach was the guilty party, and actually they're going to call it against our Lodi, who ended up on the turf at the end of that, but still with his arms spread out trying to figure out what he did wrong.
How is that possible? Hey, he's stretching. Watch the runner.
NC will get set to boot this one away. German native will wait for the all go. Still a conversation going on between Duke head coach John Kerr and our referee Nikola Alexic. John Kerr has been with this Duke program for a long time. 18th year, he graduated from Duke back in 1987, was a member of their only national championship team in 1986. Eagles now looking for an early opportunity to strike first. Sorry, plays it back towards the middle. Kabusu has the turnover for the Blue Devils, pushed over midfield. Kabusu on a run up the right wing, winning the foot race. Cross back into the middle, and it comes off the foot too hard from our Lodi. And then we get a foul against Duke on the back end of that as one of the Eagles ended up on the turf. This Blue Devils team can fly up the field. Kabusu was trying to look for some help in the middle. It looked like Alessandro Arlodi, who leads this team in goals, assists, and points, was the closest to having an opportunity, but stays 0-0 nearly 8 minutes in. That is over the line out. Sorry for a moment, kept it. Now a throw in for Kerr. Strong throw right to midfield. Abdul Malak takes a shot and puts it on net. The save made by Eric Demora. It was on the ground and right at him, but a good look there for Ziad Abdul Malak, the Lemoyne transfer. He's currently in his first season with the Eagles. Had a little bit of room there. Good idea to let one go. As I said earlier, Eagles would love to strike first in a match like this. They're trying to pull off an upset against a team that scores a lot. Asari will run after this one. Kerr has him boxed out defensively. And Kerr will send it back towards midfield. Williams, plenty of room defensively to hold on to it before sending it over to Burkhart. Burkhart now splitting through a couple defenders. And turnover forced by the Blue Devils, looking for a counter opportunity. Out in the direction of Bjornsson. Back to Kabusu. Again, trying to win that foot race. Somehow kept that in. Sent it right to the middle where a waiting Eagle will try to clear it. It was Colleen. Now using some help from Henze. Sends a long ball down the middle of the pitch. Long run for Raul. And Raul is not able to get there. Eagles possessing still. Colleen will play it back. Gundalak. Quick touch over to Farwell. And out. Abdul Malak on the left wing. Sends a cross into the middle of the box. It's defended well there. Aceto for Duke. And then coming over to knock it to the left side of the flag. So it prevents the corner. And it will result in a throw-in, rather, for the Eagles instead. A good job by Preston Zabinko to not give up on that one. We get a clock stoppage here as the Eagle player is tying his cleat. It is a corner, so he did not prevent it from going out to the right side. Here's the ball into the box, head on it, and it heads up over the top. You can see Nikolai Royal is a little bit upset either at himself or with his position there, but another opportunity for the Eagles comes up empty. And just over 10 minutes into this match, it's still scoreless here in Newton. The longer it stays scoreless, you figure the better off the Eagles are. Kerr winds up on this one. Long pass to Bjornsson. And Bjornsson could not settle it to himself, but Capuso will do just that. Now over the direction of Hott. Duke staying on the possession this time, working it back to their defense. Aceto dribbles till he didn't see any pressure. Bull Jorgensen, pass up to Kerr, left-footed ball through the box, and Capuso tried to leave it behind. He did just that. One touch and no shooting opportunity there for Hott. Back to the middle now, and a shot is blocked. It's Burns still trying to find a shooting lane, and it's cleared towards midfield. We'll take one bounce onto the opposite side of the field. Duke putting a little bit of pressure on here, about 11 and a half minutes in. Now possessing Comrade Aceto. Bull Jorgensen will play it back, same direction. Eagles starting to press up a little bit pressure-wise. Now feed over towards Kerr on this close sideline. Kerr winds up, sends a big left-footed ball towards the right wing. It'll be headed down by the Eagles. One more attempt for Hott. And it will be a throw-in for the Blue Devils here. Throw back into the midfield. Aceto sending it over. Nikolai Ronaldo Bull Jorgensen pushes one up the pitch, and nobody there for Duke. Couple in the vicinity. There was Ardian Rakaj as well as Drew Kerr. Far out ahead of both of them, so a goal kick upcoming here for Borak. Freshman from Belgrade, Serbia. His 10 previous matches, 4 and 6. Told you he's averaging 4.2 saves per game. 75% on the save percentage. 3 shutouts this season as well. We've got a stoppage because one of the Eagles, it's Ziad Abdul Malak they're looking at right now, is I think bleeding near his lip area, so they're tending to him right now. The clock has been stopped. And telling him that he could stay off, they could play short, or he could make the substitution. That's Nikola Alexic, our referee tonight, making sure the Eagles bench knows this game is going to resume in a matter of moments here. And the ball put back into play on the goal kick. Farwell with a run up the left wing. He'll get the first touch on this. Now trying to get the edge, going around, and he could not. He gets stifled right along the byline. And now Duke again trying to turn this into an opportunity quickly up the pitch. But the ball way too far out in front. It will find its way all the way down to Borak, who's going to reverse fields, come this way to Henze.
Go, 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 go!
Miscalculated clear there by Moritz Gundelach, so a throw coming here for Duke into the attacking third. Throw comes back to the midfield. Keenan Hott, one of the best scorers in the ACC, sends a ball bouncing towards the corner. It's saved there by Rakaj. But the Eagles now possessing. It's going to be quickly taken away. Arlodi, also one of the best scorers in the ACC. Back to the midfield. Hott. Aceto makes a move, pressing ahead. Out to Kerr on the left wing. Kerr nudges a ball. Arlodi back to Kerr, shot, and it's cleared. It looks like it will be a corner kick. Williams was ready for that one. A quick pass into the middle. And Duke continues to press forward here. Duke, they have the second most corner kicks in the country coming into this one, 7.6 per game. And they've got their second opportunity here. Ball curling in towards the middle, the hands on it from Borak, and now it's cleared. It will bounce one time towards midfield, a throw coming there for Duke. So far, no official saves credited to Borak, but a couple times he's had a good presence in between the pipes. Seen a lot of pressure here early from Duke. Flipped back in the middle of the box by Hott, and it's cleared. Now the Eagles trying to go for a run. That goes off the back of the foot of Abdul Malak. Farwell was out of bounds, could not keep that in. In the defensive half. And that one will bounce out. So a throw up coming here for the Eagles. We've played just over 15 minutes, or just about 16 minutes at this point. So you're plenty settled in if you're both of these teams at this point. It's a matter of the Eagles continue to defend like this. Duke is starting to put some pressure on. Here comes Kenan Hott. Lost it. Eagles turning it into a turnover. Aceto. Eagles with possession again, and now a ball too far out of the reach of Connor Gibson. Back to Duke with possession. It's Kerr once again surveying his options. Now he starts up the field. Pushes the ball to Rakaj. Rakaj takes a shot and fires it up over the top of the net. Was on target as far as aim, but had a good extra 5 to 10 feet on top of that. Another goal kick up coming here for Borak. He will send away in a moment. Strategy for these is interesting because if you're the Eagles, you'd love to just win the possession closer to Borak and then make your way up the pitch, but the way the flow has gone so far, your best bet on a goal kick is probably to boot it down the field as far as you can so that Duke doesn't do this, turn it into a turnover. Kabusu gets taken down from behind, and that's going to be a card, it looks like, as the yellow comes out on Martzi Kalin. It's going to be a very interesting spot for Duke, just a few yards outside of the 18, and a prime opportunity here to send one on net. It is the third yellow of the season against Kalin. Right now, it is Bjornsson and Kerr that are lined up. The righty Bjornsson, the lefty Kerr. I actually thought that they would give the ball a little bit closer than where it is, but this actually may benefit Duke based on where that line is for the Eagles. Kerr ends up taking the shot, and what a save by Borak. Just wiped off the first goal of the game with an excellent stop. Duke will have a corner kick, but it could have been 1-0 right there, and it is not. That one certainly will be credited as a save for Andre Borak. Right now out to the corner is Kerr once again. That left-footed ball will move in towards the net. Another ball for Kerr, and another one that Borak gets his hands on. And they may have even had an offside whistle against Duke there in the process, so that's going to give the ball back to the Eagles. A couple of opportunities survived, and a free kick upcoming here from inside the 6, in fact, for Borak. That save he made on that Kerr shot was fantastic. Kerr looking for his first goal of the campaign, has 5 assists, tied for the team lead. Has not scored his own tally yet. Deep ball on the free kick. Eagles trying to press up a bit. It's Gibson. Gibson threading a needle, but ends up on Kerr's foot. CJ Williams, center back, over to Farwell. Farwell trying to beat his mark, Kenan Hott, and it's turned over. Lodi, and he gets dropped to the turf there. Collision with CJ Williams. And it's going to be a yellow against CJ Williams, the second yellow card against the Eagles in just a couple minutes. This one not nearly as dangerous of a spot on the pitch, but still an opportunity. Just a few yards inside the touch line on the far side of the field. And handled much differently than the closer free kick they had just a moment ago. And now you get the whistle against Duke. I believe it's going to go against Aridon Rakaj. Free kick upcoming for the Eagles. And they will let Borak handle it. "20 minutes gone by in our opening 45. Borak will send this one deep, 0-0 here from Newton. Eagles have gotten a shot on net. And looking for more here. Michael Asari right towards the net, but it was cut off there. Good anticipation from Demora. Lodi out to Trevor Burns. It's Kerr splitting through a couple defenders. Kerr on a double give and go gets it back. Hott. Kabusu. Now it's Kerr. Back towards Hott. The top of the 18, looking for a shooting lane. Nothing there. And a whistle against Duke. Right at the top of the box, so the free kick once again will be handled by Borak. Just a step outside of the 18. Good boot. 50-50 ball. Ends up being settled back down on the foot of the Blue Devils, but quickly given away. Aiden Farwell sends it back. Connor Gibson. Out to Williams. A little bit of room to step up. Sends a feed to the far sideline. That pass is sent up the pitch. And getting dragged down is Preston Zabinko. There will be a free kick upcoming here for Duke in their own defensive third of the field. Comrade Aceto sends a long pass well beyond midfield, headed back down the opposite direction for a moment. It's going to be Eagles throw in. And they want to make a couple of substitutions beforehand. So Brian Toro and Ask Eklund, as well as Russell Brown, will come onto the pitch, taking the place of Nikolai Royal, Aiden Farwell, and Ziad Abdul Malak. First trio of substitutions come from the Eagles. See if any of the fresh bodies out there can give them a little bit of life here as we're about midway through this half, just past the midway point. It's Kenan Hott. Sends a ball out to Zabinko. Now it's Hott again. Zabinko. Kabusu. Hott lost it. It's going to go back to BC. Lost the handle and then committed the foul at the end of that. Ball ended up out anyway. It looked like it might have been BC ball even if there hadn't been a whistle, but they did whistle for the foul, so this is going to be a free kick. A little bit early there on the jump up. Eagles doing a really good job of possessing in this first half. Here's a ball in the direction of Eklund. And he's right along this close touch line. And Bill Jorgensen can't believe the call went the Eagles' way, but the Eagles will have the throw in here. And along this close sideline. Another throw for the Eagles. Total shots, Duke has taken 4, Boston College 1, but both teams with 1 shot on goal so far. Eagles looking for another. Here's one through for Eklund. Leaves it behind, and then a wild-looking attempt there from Russell Brown. Really not much of an angle there for Brown, but saw an opportunity, sent one through, and it ends up as a goal kick here for Eric Demora. Demora was a first-team selection in the CAA each of the last 2 years, playing for Monmouth. He's also a 2023 U.S. Soccer Coach's third-team All-Atlantic selection. Had 3 pretty solid seasons as a starter for Monmouth, and I'd say if you're going to end up at Duke on the number 7 team in the country, got to be on their radar somehow. So superb numbers, number 7 team, excuse me, put up superb numbers at Monmouth for 3 seasons. Here's a run, Brown, but good anticipation from Demora that time. Long feed towards the 18, and Borak was waiting for it. That's the advantage he's got at 6'5", especially when Arlodi at 6'0" comes in, and he's got a 5-inch advantage. And he can use his hands. That's the other big one. Duke has been swarming, but still without a goal here in the first half. Now BC on the counter. Here comes Asari trying to win the foot race. Hott on his tail, and Hott makes a nice play from behind. Trying to keep possession alive here is Brian Toro. And now Asari back on it. finessing the pass. Almost shook himself out of his own shoes, did Connor Gibson, still moving the ball in the right direction. Here's a through ball into the 18, and crashing down on top of Demora was Martzi Colleen. And Demora is a little slow to get up here. Can't really blame Colleen. He was looking just to make something happen. Ball was snatched just moments beforehand, but now the concern for Duke becomes Eric Demora not getting off the turf. Appears to be okay now as he gets helped up. The officials are discussing this. The referee, Nikola Alexic, and they do end up giving the yellow card to Colleen, and that is his second yellow card of the match. And that, I think, was maybe the initial hesitation, because that is going to now mean a red card, and Colleen is going to have to come off, and the Eagles are now going to be down a man. The first red card of the season for the Eagles as Colleen takes his second yellow of this first half. And that is a massive loss for multiple reasons for the Eagles. And you can actually hear Colleen on our broadcast coming through the audio down there saying, I got all ball, I didn't touch him. And sometimes on a play like that, the unfortunate part is that he may have done just that. The way it looked is the way it's going to be called, and because he'd already had a yellow card, he's now got a red. See the discussion going on with Bob Thompson right now, and the other thing is they're always going to give the goalie the benefit of the doubt. It's almost like a quarterback in football, whereas they are the most protected player on the field for a lot of reasons, a lot of good reasons as well. But you do feel for a player like Colleen in that moment where he's just desperate to try to make a play. And that's the discussion going on right now. They've put themselves in a big disadvantage here against a really good Blue Devil team. So the Eagles will trudge on, a man down now. As far as field members are concerned, it's 10 on 9. Of course, 11 on 10, taking the two goalies out of the equation. So we'll see if Duke can open up any space because of that. Here's our Lodi. It's knocked back. Walking up into this one is Zabinko. Now Asari. Asari with a through ball, looking to send Brown on a run. And Brown was there up to the task. Aceto was with him. Good play defensively by Cameron Aceto just to run step for step with Russell Brown. Throw in coming for the Eagles, and they're going to wait to get some numbers in the area. Long throw, skimmed off the back of the head. And then a long shot taken by Gundalak that carries well over the top. You know, a match like this now, with the numbers being where they are, the Eagles are going to have to take advantage of opportunities like that. So they wait to get numbers up the field on the throw-in.
Right there, pass, right there.
Drew Kerr will throw this one in. Sorry, and Williams settle it for the Eagles. But over the touchline, another throw coming. Now we get Asari gets whacked by a foot. And there will be a free kick for the Eagles. See if he's all right. Eagles are saying there should have been a card on that play, but our referee is saying it was a play towards the ball, just happened to get Asari. Looked like he was favoring his right shin, but he is okay. Jack Burkhart and Ask Eklund will both line up over this ball. Chance to send it into the 18, set piece opportunity for the Eagles. 15 and a half minutes remaining in the half. The left-footed boot from Burkhart is headed by the Blue Devils towards the touchline and then sent up the pitch. Burns with a long pass. Bjornsson back towards the middle. Rakaj right there. Borak stones him. What a stop by Andre Borak. And you can see the disappointment on the freshman Ariadon Rakaj's face as he went hands on his head at the end of that. Borak just stonewalling him, stopping that ball in its tracks, keeping this game at 0-0 as we tick under 15 remaining in the first half. Way up in the air, comes down. Eklund in the direction of Kerr. Kerr. Long pass, Kabusu. Duke content to possess. Bull Jorgensen, again, playing man up here after the red card. Second yellow of the first half by Marcy Colleen, so he's done. The Eagles are playing man down the rest of the way. Ironically, Duke is playing without Alexander Vukovic after he took a red card last match. Another opportunity. Long ball for Lodi all the way over to Kabusu. Kabusu. And a big collision as both he and Eklund hit the turf. It will be a free kick for the Eagles upcoming in a moment. 13 and a half remaining in the first half. Coming up is Borak. They're going to back up Borak here just a little bit. I mentioned this earlier, and it's even more so true now, but playing a man down, the longer this match stays scoreless, the more it will benefit the Eagles. You get the feeling that if they can just keep it 0-0, you have a better chance of stealing a goal at some point than you would if Duke starts to find the back of the net, as they'll try to do here. Or Lodi, Kerr had to wait for that one. Kerr slowed down, now sends a left-footed ball in. Was looking for the back of the head, and then Kabusu hit the turf hard. And it looks like they're going to go look at this one. Yeah, I think the protest from Duke was that there might have been a handball by the Eagles inside the 18. Our referee, Nikola Alexic, is coming over towards this close sideline. Take a look at things. Of course, if there is a handball inside the 18, it will be a penalty kick situation. So at the 12:41 remaining mark here in the first half, we've got a video review. And again, they will be reviewing to see if it did indeed touch a defender for the Eagles on the hand inside the 18, which would result in a Duke penalty kick. Two teams will get an opportunity for a water break while the review's going on. All things considered, as I've mentioned a couple times, Eagles are doing a tremendous job of hanging in there with Duke. Duke has had a total of 5 shots. 2 of them have ended up on net for Borak. On the other side, one shot on goal. It came off the foot of Ziad Abdul Malak.
Here we go.
And after the video review, they come out and they will indeed mark this as a penalty. So it's going to be Andre Borak, who made one phenomenal save earlier on a shot from Drew Kerr off the free kick, just a few yards outside of the 18. And he will have to come up with another stop now as the Blue Devils will send, it looks like, Ulfur Bjornsson. Rather, maybe still trying to decide things. It is going to be Bjornsson. Bjornsson, 4 goals, 3 assists, 11 points so far this season. All ACC first team selection a year ago, is also a MAC Trophy semifinalist. Got a chance for his first penalty kick goal of the season. End of his career. He was 0 for 1 last year. And actually, it's not going to be him. It's going to be Trevor Burns. So forget everything I just told you. Trevor Burns will line up for this. He's 1 for 1 this season. Former Georgetown Hoya. Burns. And he's stopped by Borak. What a stop by Andre Borak. And now the two teams getting tangled up a little bit inside the net. Burns ended up on the turf at the end of that. And I don't really know if he got pushed or if he just got bumped into, but either way, Duke not happy with that, and a little bit of temper flaring here. And you can see it's Ulfur Bjornsson. It looks like he's trying to defuse the situation a little bit. Obviously, the Eagles are going to be fired up after Borak made the stop there on Burns. Burns is an interesting decision. He is 1 for 1 on the season in penalty kills, but only 2 goals this year and only 2 goals for his entire career, which started back in 2020 at Georgetown. He ends up as the one taking the kick, but kept it on the ground, and Borak made his 3rd save of this first half. And now 12 minutes remaining in the first half. The clock is again stopped after some extracurricular activity, we'll call it, took place in the net after the save. Again, it was Burns who took it. Burns who ended up on the turf after the fact. Moment here for everything to cool down a set. Again, 12 minutes remaining in the half, and we're still scoreless. I don't know exactly what they're waiting for. I know Nikola Alexic is not on the pitch at the moment. 2 teams remain. That's 2 really impressive saves, as I mentioned, though, for Borak. And again, against a team like Duke that scores 3 goals per game, those are huge opportunities missed for them. I was just talking with our production staff, and I believe they were just looking at, they were reviewing that to see if that contact warranted anything extra. That was what the delay was. So they went to the review yet again, and now at 12 minutes they say nothing nefarious there. Explanation being given to Olfer Bjornsson, and a goal kick will come here in just a moment from Borak.
Keep going. Chances are there.
And Borak with the whistle. Clock restarted as he gets ready to boot this away. Has made the 2 best plays of the night. Eagles wondering if they'll have one at the other end. And a whistle against Boston College. Free kick for Duke. They want to put it back into play quickly, and they do. Bjornsson lets it bounce. Settles it. Left side entry into the 18. Sends it back to Arloti, who sends a shot, and that had the opposite kind of movement he was looking for. He's trying to curl it, but missed badly, and it ends up tailing away. Another goal kick upcoming here for Borak. Just over 11 minutes remaining in our opening half. Borak will send it deep. Eagles certainly have shifted to a more defensive mindset. They're going to get the benefit of a whistle here after the red card to Colleen. But if they're going to find a goal and find a strike against this Duke team, you get the sense it's going to have to be in either one of these situations where the clock is stopped, or the ball is stopped, I should say, and it's a set piece, or if they have a quick run up the pitch. Right now it's Eklund. He sends a low line drive to the backside of the box, and it will bounce through untouched. Finn Henze was the closest Eagle to it, but it was well off the mark, and throw-in coming here for Kerr. Towing the midfield line. Eagles backpedaling with possession. Toro, and he gets taken down by Kabusu, and that will warrant the whistle. So another free kick upcoming here for BC. Williams. Long pass in the direction of Asari. Gets headed up in the air. Now Henze is alone as it settles. Flips it ahead for Asari, and it goes off of Bull Jorgensen. And the BC bench was yelling for a handball that time. It was not called. So Duke presses up now. Still scoreless. Bull Jorgensen. This is a Duke team, by the way, that conceded their first goal in 541 minutes when they gave up a goal to Elon on Tuesday evening. They had shut out Syracuse, Howard, Louisville, Everett, Pitt. And in doing so, outscored all those teams by a cumulative of 26-0. Of course, Everett is, we'll call them a lesser than Division I opponent. They scored 10 goals in that match, but still, aside from that, 16-0 in the other 4 matches. And of course, they surrender the goal to Elon. They tie it up. All of their ties this season have come from behind. Kabusu pushes the ball ahead, and then he couldn't get back to it. Good defensive work from Brian Toro, not allowing Kabusu to slide on by. And it will be another goal kick coming here as the clock continues to tick. Now down under 7.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Good-sized crowd here at Newton Campus Field for this Friday evening. A lot going on campus tonight as well. The 6 p.m. women's hockey game against Holy Cross. Also have 7 p.m. volleyball match going on right now as well. Men's hockey's on the road again tonight after a big win last night. Got a big football game here tomorrow against Clemson. It is a busy Columbus Day weekend in the Chestnut Hill, Newton area. Cutting it back towards the middle. It's Max Simpson who's out there for Duke. Towards the middle again. And it will end up this time as a corner kick. So Kerr will head out to that far corner. The left foot dominant Kerr will have a good chance to set up one of his teammates here. Deep one on the corner. The head gets on it. It's still loose, and Borak grabs it. And a couple of Blue Devil players down there, D'Ambrosio and Bill Jorgensen with Borak, and I think they both were looking for some sort of whistle there that did not come. But again, Borak is able to overcome a little bit of a shaky spot with the ball bouncing around. Now he just gets this one away before Simpson came up to press him. And a little bit too quick on the throw that time. Duke will have to bring it back and do this again. Throw to the center back, Aceto. Vold. One of the reinforcements that's come on here as the half has gone on for John Kerr's group. Kapusu, and they call the corner here as Toro touched it last. Another corner opportunity. This will be the fourth of the first half. Duke, I mentioned earlier, they average 7.6 corners per game, which is second best in the ACC and in the country. They will have number 5 coming here in consecutive fashion. Once again, it's Kerr. His last attempt was a little bit lower, headed out of bounds by the Eagles. Kerr sends one towards the middle, and it skims off the side of the head that time. And the Eagles will have a clear well up the pitch. Eklund came over to boot it. Coming well out of the box here is Demora. Duke possessing yet again. 3.5 left in the opening half. Simpson. Lost it. Good play by Russell Brown, and then Simpson from behind. And it will be a foul against Duke. Eagles with the free kick. A few yards from midfield here. Again, another opportunity on a stopped ball, a set piece, whatever you want to call it, that even where they are right now with the ball on the ground, these are the opportunities the Eagles want to try to take advantage of the deeper this game gets. Left-footed ball is sent by Burkhart. Asari was a little bit early on his jump. Now back to the middle with it on the header. Again, it sounds like the BC bench was looking for a handball. That one was just outside the 18, if it did occur. Here's Simpson with a pass back to middle. Burns nudges one ahead for Zabinko. Zabinko sends it back. Aceto. Bull Jorgensen. This entire half has been played scoreless, but Duke could certainly change the feel of the match with a last-minute goal here as Borak gets his hands on it. And then, not sure if that was intentional or not, but knocks it down to the turf and falls on top of it. It was Kerr in the area just before he fell on top of it. See the shot discrepancy now 8-1 in favor of Duke. 4 of those have ended up on net. After the boot away, Duke back on the possession. Kerr waits for the bounce. Kerr, nice ball fake. Kerr with a left-footed ball. Kabuso came flying in, and Kabuso sends it with the head wide and high. He's flying all over the place tonight. Former member of the freshman All-ACC team a year ago. Is a defensive midfielder listed, but certainly playing a little bit more offensively minded here this evening as we tick under the final minute remaining of the half. Borak. Throw it coming in here. Of course, this was going to be a tough match, no matter how you want to stack it up for BC. But the way it's played out so far, you have to feel like they're going to be feeling pretty good. Especially considering the red card taken by Colleen. Final seconds of the half winding down, and it appears this match is going to go to halftime scoreless. You can see the Eagles, they're clapping as they go to the sideline, and for good reason. They survive a first half with number 7, Duke. Not only will he miss the rest of the match and the next match, but for the rest of this one, BC continues to play man down as we start our second 45. And after that, red card was taken, a remarkable job just to keep it 0-0 the entire half. Yellow card was taken at the 19:15 mark. And it was a ball that remains to be seen if Colleen really did anything that warranted the call. He came in on Demora inside the 18 hot. And that happened in the 27th minute of the first half. So Eagles played the final 18 minutes man down, and they will continue to do so here in the second 45 as they will have a throw-in coming. Ask Eklund. Or actually, this is going to be a free kick. They call the foul right along the touch line. So there's 2 Eagles out there. Eklund and Burkhart. They're going to get set for this set piece. It's Burkhart with the left foot right in the middle of the box. It's headed by Aceto. Eagles will stay on it possession-wise. In fact, they'll play it all the way back to Borak. He's well up out of the 18. Borak. Settled now by Connor Gibson. Gibson will send it backwards to Burkhart. Now back to Borak again. Sets a left-footed ball towards the close sideline. And it will go out of play. Throw in upcoming here for Duke right at midfield. They send it backwards. Zabinko. Kabusu. Kenan Hott will send one over to Alessandro Arloti. Kabusu cross into the middle of the box, and it's cleanly headed out of there by the Eagles. Now it's Aceto who will play it back to his keeper, Demora. Drew Kerr inching ahead. Aceto standing in the center circle. Arloti. Kabusu. Quick touches here. Now a long pass for Aceto, looking at that sideline, and a catch was made by Kerr. It'll be a throw in here for Finn Henze. Burkhart in the middle to Toro. Remains on here to begin this second half. Arloti looking to wind up on one, and he does, and it goes off the backside of Jack Burkhart. Will wind up as a corner kick, the 6th of the night for Duke. And again, this will be right in the wheelhouse of the left-footed dominant John Kerr. Really deep this time, headed back up over the top of the net. Off the head of Aceto, and it will remain 0-0. A goal kick upcoming here for Andre Borak. Borak has made 4 saves, 4.2 per match coming in, leads the ACC. And again, saves per match is not necessarily something that you want to be leading it. It means that you're facing a lot of shots, but he has done a really nice job of not allowing them to overwhelm him, especially on a night like tonight against a really good offensive team in Duke. Played back here to the keeper, Demora. Kaj can't get it playable. Gundalach will send Brown on a run, but it's too far out ahead of Russell Brown. Picked up by Demora. Made mention in the first half, but the longer this match stays scoreless, the more benefits BC. Obviously playing man down, you can't be affording to make up multiple goal deficits. So right now, the fact that they could strike first and still take a lead is a big bonus. The longer that it goes without Duke scoring, you feel like the more they're going to get frustrated. It's a big rebound that comes up to the top of the 18. Zabinko will play it back to Aceto. Bull Jorgensen will step ahead. Out wide, looking for a cross into the middle. It goes deep. Kabusu headed a few times by the Eagles, and then down to the ground with a foot was Zabinko. It is cleared outside the 18. Duke is probing right now, though, holding possession. It's Burns. He missed the penalty kick opportunity in that first half. And that's a clean play there by Abdul Malak. Take away possession. Now the Eagles trying to keep it. High ball into the midfield. Touch there by Brown. Eklund. And the possession the Eagles held only for a moment. Kerr. Long boot into the box. Borak will read it on a bounce and picks it up. Nobody too threatening nearby. Olfer Bjornsson was in the area. Borak waiting for his numbers to get up the pitch. Sends a high hanging boot into the air. And we get a call for the pull against Burns. So free kick upcoming in the middle of the field here. And we got a player down for the Eagles. It happened well away from the ball, and I'm never one to speculate, but you hope this is just a cramping situation. So the clock is stopped, and now getting back to his feet is Finn Hensey. Seems to be doing all right. Number of fouls has certainly been higher for Duke. They came in with the third most in ACC play. They're up to 150 fouls on the season now, as Brown was 1-on-2 down there with 2 Blue Devil defenders, could not keep it inside the byline. 7.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Still scoreless from Newton. Zabinko gets it right back, now sends it to midfield. Aceto reversing fields. Bull Jorgensen. Kerr waiting for this pass to come down, and it will end up out of bounds. Hensey got a head on it. Quick throw in here for Kerr. Quick give and go with our Lodi. And now Kerr has it, backpedaling a bit into the box. Ball gets through, and tripping over the ball, it looked like, was Trevor Burns. Got kind of turned around there, and Burns ended up on the turf. The ball scooted away from him. He was looking for a call. I don't think there was anything close to warranting a call there, especially inside the 18. They always tell you it has to be clear and obvious. Penalty kick we had earlier was because there was a handball committed by the Eagles inside the box. Kind of a mishit that time from Borak. Low line drive. Now the Eagles trying to make sure that Duke doesn't turn it into something. A lot of body fighting going on at midfield. Long run here for Bull Jorgensen. Will send it back to Demora. Brown's been flying around out there at the offensive end of the field for BC, desperately trying to find an opportunity. We play into the 55th minute. Kerr, now it's Burns, Cabuso, and he will send one off the side of Toro. That will result in another corner kick. This Eagles defense, you can tell, has really tightened up, playing a flat back five now, and they really, with only 9 players out there between the pipes, they have to make sure that they're not allowing a Duke team that can take advantage offensively to find anything easy. They keep it short here on the corner. Right back to Kerr. Now he sends a ball too deep, and it bounces over the end line, and it will be a goal kick. And now some more pushing and shoving. A couple of players down at the end of the field getting acquainted. Like Eklund was going at it with Zabinko. Had something to say to each other. And now Zabinko is going to come back and talk to our referee, Nikola Alexic. In fact, he was calling Eklund over there as well. Also talking to CJ Williams, who was involved. And then even there, it looked like Eklund tried to give a little bit of a shoulder tap to Zabinko to say, all right, we're good. And I don't think Zabinko liked that all that much. A lot of angst down there on the pitch tonight, especially as we continue on 0-0. Burns, Zabinko. Hot. Back in the direction of Preston Zabinko. Kenan Hot left alone. A lot of room there. Ball bouncing to Kerr. Doesn't let it settle before touching it. And that ball will fly up in the air and hits off the fence. It will be a throw-in coming for Duke. Hot out to the right wing. Kabusu. Again, some of these players in the midfield being left with plenty of space as BC's really made sure to keep that last line of defense almost parallel with one another along the back line. That one's headed back towards the middle of the box, and a dangerous touch first before the clear. It ends up working out just fine. Kerr will send it back to Aceto. Aceto nudging ahead. Push one towards the middle for Bjornsson. Again, that last line for the Eagles. Turn it away, and now maybe a turnover. Russell Brown, 1-on-2 at the other end. Brown lost the handle between two defenders. Still trying to keep this alive is Toro, but I think Brown knows he just missed a prime chance. As we get a whistle here against Duke, it will be a free kick. Kenan Hot gets called. And we will have the free kick upcoming for the Eagles. Clock will be stopped here as Connor Gibson slow to get to his feet. He's holding his lower back. That was a great chance for Russell Brown after a ball was misplayed a bit by Duke. He did have two defenders with him, but almost got through. And now Eklund and Burkhart. Huge set piece here. Burkhart runs by it. Eklund sends it in, deep part of the box, and a lot of adrenaline on that kick as it carries long out of play. Goal kick upcoming here for Demora. Kerr. Entry denied. The header sends it right back the direction it came from. Trying to get the referee's attention because of a player down for BC. I was trying to figure out where the player was, but he's inside the 18. It was Moritz Gundelach. Is now back on his feet. So this will be a throw-in upcoming. They're going to give Gundelach a moment here to kind of work this out. It was actually Connor Gibson was still stretching out after he was down a few moments ago. And now it will be Gundelach coming to the sideline as we get Henry Wasserman, the freshman defenseman who is making his 4th appearance of the season. Team again continues to play without Martzi Kalin, who picked up the red card after 2 yellows in the first half. Eagles defense playing awfully inspired here this evening. 12 shots faced, 4 of them on goal. None of them on goal here in the second half quite yet. But so far, the 12-1 shot discrepancy has held up as a 0-0 match, with another goal kick upcoming here. The 8th of the night for Duke, who's now averaged, or has passed their season average of 7.6 per match. Still with 31 minutes to play. Kerr with Burns as the close man. Kerr will send this deep towards the net. In fact, sends it up towards the top of the 18. trying to squeak that ball through. Didn't get through. This one's on net. The turnaround try from Olfer Bjornsson, and Andre Borak able to fall right down on top of it. Bjornsson kind of helped him out by hitting it right to him. The initial try was from Kenan Hott. Didn't get it all the way through. Throw in here for the Eagles at midfield. Played pretty much 2/3 of this soccer game, and it's still scoreless. Throw being left for Burkhart. That one hit hard off Preston Zabinko, and Zabinko is down. That ball got him in the neck. You can see him pointing to it, and that might be a situation where he's just more shooken than anything. See, he's with the training staff now and made a gesture towards the side of his face that's where it hit. He seems to be okay. He's going to stay in the match. He has to come off because the clock was stopped, but will be able to come right back on. The throw in for the Eagles. And once the throw is completed, Zabinko still waiting to come back on, but he will indeed as soon as this ball gets sent to the opposite side of the pitch. Abdul Malak and Russell Brown. Brown, ball stopped right on the byline. Duke there, Bull Jorgensen. And Zabinko, who stays in the match, looks okay here as he's able to send one up to Kabusu. Kabusu all the way across, bounces one time into the chest to Kerr, sends one into the box, headed on, and it's stopped by Borak. Good setup there. Bjornsson with the shot off the header. And again, Borak has stopped everything. Some of these have been right at him, but even that one that was right at him came out of nowhere. And it remains 0-0 as we tick down under 29 minutes remaining. I've said it a lot. I'll say it again. The longer this match stays scoreless, the bigger and the more it benefits the Eagles. You can see the shot discrepancy is now 15-1 overall, 6-1 on goal. But the only number that matters is the 2 zeros that you see up there on our score bug. There's another opportunity for Duke. Ball comes all the way back up to Kabusu. Now it's Bill Jorgensen. Out to Kerr. Kerr crossed in. Borak just got a fingertip on it. Slowed it down as it made its way through the box. Our Lodi will send it back up. Zabinko. Kabusu. Our Lodi again now for the right side entry. Looking to force the corner kick. He does just that off of Toro. 9th corner of the evening upcoming. There's some talking going on with the official. It looks like Jack Burkhart is unhappy that he's being contacted, we'll call it, by somebody from Duke's side. And I think he's thinking that there's contact that's not supposed to be happening coming from Aryadon Rakaj. You can hear him making out that he's poking me. You get some of that, of course, when plays like this are happening. Guys are battling for position. Here comes Kerr's kick. In, and again, It's two hands from Borak. It'll be kept playable for just a moment now, wound up on and cleared to midfield by Toro. Way up in the air on the first header from Hott. And now they will get Hott. He was already on the turf. He'll be called for the yellow card. We can't believe it. First card of the match against Duke. And we'll have a free kick upcoming here inside the center circle for BC. Kenan Hott can't believe he was just booked. That's his 5th yellow card of the season, so it's not necessarily something uncommon for him. He actually leads the team with 5 yellow cards. First one of the match. He's still pleading his case with Nikola Alexic. Jack Burkhart sends a left-footed ball towards the top of the box. It's headed towards the sideline and will be out. Throw-in coming for the Eagles. Brown runs up. Big throw to the middle of the box, skipped around, and off the foot of Eklund goes over the top of the net. Certainly was in a position, and a quick goal kick here from Duke. Another opportunity survived. That one will officially go down as the second shot for BC tonight. Not on goal, just overall. How about that takeaway right there from Brown? 1-on-1. Now he's 1-on-6 coming the other way. Looking for some sort of help. Still moving the ball in the right direction. And eventually gets dispossessed by Bjornsson here. Inspired effort from Russell Brown. And it does eventually earn the Eagles a throw-in. Been a fun soccer match to watch. BC is giving everything they have defensively, trying to find a way to find a goal, potentially the goal that could be the difference in the match. Brown, deep throw, it's headed. Brown trying to get back to it and cleared to midfield. It'll bounce into the stands. And there will be a throw coming for Duke, or rather BC will keep it. Finn Henze will go to take the duties closer to midfield this time. Shot, and it goes wide from Eklund. Really no angle there for Eklund, but just trying to send balls towards the net. And Eklund has now taken 2 shots in a matter of 2 minutes or so. BC only had 1 total shot all match up until those 2. Here come the Blue Devils, though, quickly up the pitch the other way, and they'll earn a quick corner kick. This will be the 10th corner of the night for Duke. Kerr can't get this one by. Good play defensively. Brown. And he just sends a ball that Trevor Burns will chase after for the Blue Devils. 24 minutes remaining here in Newton. Kerr. Aggressive play, and Abdul Malak comes away with a takeaway. Started out as a 2-on-2, but quickly this Duke defense catches up. Got a tackle here in the midfield. Couple players behind the play down. It continues on, though. That through ball doesn't get all the way through. And the Blue Devils thought they might have a chance with a couple players down behind the play. Now it's Burns. And again, it's Hensey turning it back to midfield. Zabinko. Kabusu looking to cross it in, and he earns another corner. Brian Toro getting between that cross and the ball. Corner kick will come. Kerr will send it in. Low line drive. It's popped up in the air in a dangerous spot. And now the Eagles will clear it all the way to the other side as Demora comes up to slow it down and cut it off. Kerr can't elevate that feed, and again it gets sent to the opposite side of the pitch. Zabinko. Kabusu. Give and go on the through ball. Kabusu gets a step and then gets taken down. Brian Toro was the closest Eagle. He'll get called for the yellow. And this is going to be a free kick just outside of the 18 for Duke. Essentially going to be a closer angled corner kick. It's coming in from the same angle as a corner would, only John Kerr's going to have a lot less room between him and the net and him in the box. Prime opportunity here for the Blue Devils. You can hear the Eagles bench imploring this defense, stay tight. Here's Kerr's kick, and he was trying to go for goal, went up over the top, and Andre Borak is pumped up about it. It will be a goal kick upcoming as we tick under 22 minutes remaining. Asari will come on here for Ziad Abdul-Malak. Borak will get set to send it away. Good boot. Zabinko with a header. Two headers, then a 50-50 ball comes down. Zabinko and Duke move in the right direction. Here comes our Lodi looking for the through ball. Borak there before Bjornsson had a chance. And he falls down on top of it yet again. Puts it on the turf with Verkaj trying to press him a bit. Asari trying to spin it back to one of his teammates. Instead, Toro now. Toro out ahead, left-footed chance, and a stop made by Aceto. What a defensive play by Kamran Aceto as Brian Toro looked to try to give the Eagles the 1-0 lead. Aceto came way back for the tackle. It will be a corner kick for the Eagles, but nearly was the shot attempt of the night for the Eagles. Toro with 2 goals this season already, was looking for number 3. The left-footed Burkhart will go out to take this corner. This will be moving away from the net. Does just that. Here's Williams, winds up on one, thinks better of it. Plays it out to Burkhart again. These moments of possession for the Eagles have not been as fruitful as the first half, but trying desperately now to see if they can't find the first and potentially only tally of the match. Here comes Burns. Counterattack for the Blue Devils. It's Kerr winding up, sends a long left-footed ball through. Borak slowed it. Looked like he got the hand of one of the Eagles there. It was Toro, maybe not. And now they will stop the clock and take a look at this. I'm pretty sure that one hit Brian Toro in the hand. And we will get video review here from our referee, Nikola Alexic. This could potentially be the second penalty kick on a handball situation for Duke tonight. Of course, the first one they were unable to score.
Ryan, well done. You're fine. You're all right.
So when they look at this, there's a couple things they're going to look at, and the first of which is obviously, did it hit his hand? The second is, was his hand in an outward place, or was it, quote-unquote, an extension of his body? And what they mean by that is if it's tucked into his side where he's trying to keep it out of the way, they sometimes will give the benefit of the doubt to the defensive player. If, however, his hand is moving or not tucked against his body, oftentimes these will go the way of the offensive player. And to me, in real time, it did look like Toro's hand skimmed it. Now, again, the determination is going to be whether or not it actually happened, but if it did it happen in a position in which he was extending the arm? And they are going to say no. So a break caught here by the Eagles. 19:09 to go, and they will reset play here at midfield. It remains scoreless, and a second penalty shot does not come to be for the Blue Devils, as again, it's Russell Brown who's been everywhere getting in front of that one, deflected. Brown seemingly not running out of any energy at all tonight, pressing the issue there with Aceto. I think the Eagles understand, and specifically Brown understands, that this one's misplayed. It'll be a giveaway at midfield. They understand if they're going to have any shot in the world of winning this man down against the number 7 team in the country, they're going to have to be uber aggressive here over this last 18-plus minutes. Brown will run after this one, and he will get called. This will be a free kick for Duke. See Brown with the gamesmanship of moving that ball away from where Demora had put it down. Luckily, he did not get called for booting that ball away after the whistle had gone away, because they can call a delay of game and get a yellow card. Here's Burns trying to get one through. It was stopped before it got on net by Henry Wasserman. And a mutual touching at midfield. This is going to stay in. Rather, it just went over. Oh, no, the linesman was saying, my bad, I think. He was saying it did not go out, even though he did put the flag up, so they play on. Kabusu. A little bit of a trip up there. Brown gets hot from behind, and Kenan Hott earns the free kick here. Another prime chance for Duke. And they're trying to go quickly here and not understanding why Nikola Alexic is not letting them. 17-26. Kerr takes the shot, and it was Borak with the big arm getting in there. But we have a player down for the Eagles inside the 18. And they will get the training staff out to tend. And they are going to already stop the clock for the moment. And now they're going to tend to Connor Gibson. So a stoppage here. And with 17:19 to go, it's been a very inspired effort by this Eagles team, coming in having lost their last two. They're 1-4 in the ACC. They're playing against the number 7 team in the country, who scores more goals than anybody, by the way. And they also are playing man down for most of this match at this point, a far majority of it, and they have not surrendered a goal yet. As you see Gibson jogging to the sideline, he'll have to come off to the side and then should be allowed re-entry as the whistle blows, unless they're taking him out, which it looks like they may be. So Russell Brown will be the one subbed out here for Johannes Henken Chostheim. Goal leader for this team, has 5 of them. And it does appear that Gibson will remain in the match. He has to come off just until they restart play here, and then gets waved in by our referee. Any amount of time that he's on the sideline, remember, is technically time that BC's playing 2 men down now after the red card. So trying to get him back out there ASAP. Sorry. And he continues to move this in the right direction. Asari carries up the right wing, now tries to stop in his tracks, and the ball stopped with him. Really good defensive play made by Duke. Now through the midfield comes Kerr. He'll send one to Thomas Vold. Comran Aceto. Long pass into the box, headed towards the middle, and Borak climbs the ladder to secure it. It was more of a shot than a pass, or sorry, a pass than a shot as far as that header was concerned, but it did come back towards middle, and Borak, again, 6'5", says, I'm taller than most of you, I'm going to go up and get it. Does just that, now directing traffic downfield. We tick under 16 minutes remaining. And now we get another whistle. Bjornsson took a kick from Williams. Bjornsson and Williams showing good sportsmanship there. And Hot restarts play. Here's Kerr. Looking for an opportunity to cross. Kerr still holding. Sends it back. Kerr with some room. Kerr can't get the cross in. And the Eagles will clear it only a little bit. Throw in here. Vold, the Northeastern transfer, back in the city where he played his first 2 collegiate seasons. And we get some position battling. Bjornsson will be called for the foul inside the 18. So the ball will come back to Borak for a free kick. And we're under the 15-minute remaining mark, still 0-0. The last time BC, or rather the last time Duke did not score a goal. In fact, they've scored a goal every game this season. They have not been shut out at all this year. Now it's the Eagles. Asari looking for an angle, trying to get through. And he could not. Good body position that time to make sure it stayed as a goal kick. Kerr continues up, has some room. Kerr off a rebound, takes a right-footed shot, and it goes up and over. I've seen him be close with the left foot tonight, that time to his non-dom foot, and sends it over. Kerr still looking for his first goal of the season, has 7 collegiate career goals, 5 of them coming last year. 17 overall shots now for the Blue Devils. Got a push in the back that time from Bull Jorgensen. It sets up a free kick for the Eagles. Even in these situations, they cannot bring more than 7 players up. They don't want to have anybody back without defenders ready to run back. So really still 3 defenders back. This is a very important ball coming from Burkhart. Into the 18, it's flipped in the direction of the net and lands on top of the net. Wasserman was looking for the nifty touch, trying to see if he couldn't spin that thing over Demora. Quick goal kick coming from Demora. Comranacito. Vold back to the middle. D'Ambrosio, and this one will end up slowly moving its way towards Borak, who falls on top with Bjornsson right there. This ball will be booted away with under 12 minutes left to play. A lot of hang time. Kabusu. No calls. He took a spill from behind. I think he tried to sell it a bit. Now Toro sends a long ball. The direction of DeMoro comes over to grab it. Not on net. That one does not make it through. Good play by Gibson. It is going to be a throw for Kerr. Kerr with a long pass to the middle and side action on that header from Kabusu. Borak ends up getting over to it. I don't think it was really a threat with the way it came off the head, but it was a loose ball and Borak had to react. Ten and a half plus minutes to go. D'Ambrosio. Kerr, one touch back towards the middle, denied. Another clear for BC. At this point, they know they can do it. They've been doing it all match. It's a matter of not giving in with 10 minutes and change to go. Kabusu crossed in, headed just wide. Borak will pick it up. Rather falls down on top of it, toying with some of these Blue Devils at times just to waste a couple extra seconds. And now it's Eklund. Eklund with a through ball. And Bill Jorgensen came over. Hankin Chostime was trying to find an opportunity to strike. And it was cleared. It will be still in a very playable place for BC here as they get set for a throw. It is actually going to be a corner, rather. They're going to change up the strategy here. They had Burkhart originally go over there. Third corner of the match for BC. The ball ends up beyond the net, well deep. And Tamora will get set for a goal kick with 9 minutes to go. Still scoreless. Duke is in that weird position of obviously not wanting to concede anything, but now they're starting to feel the pressure a little bit. Been playing man up the entire time and have not been able to put one by. Into the box, and a nice play made by Burkhart. The last time Duke was shut out was in the NCAA tournament a year ago. They lost 1-0 to San Diego in the first round. Here's a ball right out in front, and it will be cleared yet again, this time for a throw. And 8 minutes left. They stop the clock to allow for substitution. Eric Almendaris will come in. 7th appearance of the year for the senior. Throw for Kerr. Deep one into the box. Headed up one time and a second time out. Settling left foot try goes just wide off the foot of Kenan Hott. And the opportunities continue to be missed for this Duke Blue Devil squad. Now under 8 minutes remaining in regulation time. And this game is trending towards a 0-0 draw if neither one of these teams can find a goal in the last 7.5 minutes. A deep kick for Andre Borak, who's officially made 7 saves this evening. And might be asked to make a couple more here down the stretch. D'Ambrosio. Pushing one through. It's towards the middle from Simpson. Kabusu just missed it on the header attempt. Another one sent towards the box. It was Hot. Rebound now for Vold. Kabusu trying to win the inside foot race, and he can't. Boxed out by Brian Toro, and the BC bench is electric after the work of the sophomore Toro there. Borak scampered to retrieve it. It's an odd situation for him as well because he doesn't want to give his team no time, but he also doesn't want to give Duke more time. It's a fine line of trying to maybe take an extra few seconds when he can, but also still making sure that the Eagles still have a legit chance to find a goal here in these final 6 minutes. That's a call against Duke. Long boot. Bounced right to Demora. Quick outlet. Bully Jorgensen over midfield with it. Nudges it ahead for Kerr. Kerr, left-footed cross into the box. Borak flies in. And then cleared with the head towards the side. It's still inside the lines and eventually over. And a throw-in coming. Borak came way up that time, airborne. Kabusu into the box with it. D'Ambrosio trying to get an edge, and he cannot. Again, a fired up Eagles back line and bench are sensing 5 more minutes that they need to keep this Duke Blue Devil team off the board. And you get the feeling that a tie here this evening would nearly be as big of a win as win would be for the Eagles, just given the opponent situation with the red card and the fact that Duke has, in their 11 previous matches this season, been yet to be held scoreless. They've scored 1 goal on a few occasions, including last time out, but they're 4 minutes away from being shut out for the first time this season. Kerr. Crossed in. Misplayed a bit off the first head, and then a lot of contact there between Kabusu and Toro. Kabusu was certainly the aggressor. Now he's got 1-on-7. The entire team basically coming over to the defense of Toro, who's been electric. A yellow card given to Kabusu, who certainly was coming in a bit hot there, but I do believe he was trying to play the ball. I think that looked worse than the intent was for sure, but obviously Toro is still down here with a tick under 4 minutes remaining. They're calling for the trainer. You can see Toro certainly in some sort of discomfort. They got the Duke training staff out there as well. Duke is going to try to use it as a de facto timeout here. 3:59 remaining. Brian Toro is the one being tended to currently on the turf. He's had a fantastic evening defensively, been everywhere. Now they're trying to get the team away from him so the training staff can work with a little bit of space. This has been a fantastic soccer match. 86 minutes played, 0-0 between the Eagles of Boston College and a really formidable opponent in the Duke Blue Devils. 1 official save made by Eric Demora tonight. BC has taken 5 total shots. Meanwhile, Duke has tested Borak on 7 occasions, and he's been up to the task every time. You had the double yellow cards from Mark Colleen in the first half, resulting in the red card. Eagles have played virtually this entire match man down. Toro is back on his feet and gets a good hand here. That's a good sign. See, he's holding kind of his chest. Here's what Boston College has upcoming. They will play AIC. American International will be here for a match next week. And then at SMU, Notre Dame, and St. Joseph's. That is the remaining regular season schedule for Boston College. Hard to believe the final 4 matches of the regular season have arrived as we get into late October here. And there's a look at Duke. Duke will have a week off before they play at Clemson. Back-to-back road matches for the Blue Devils, and then Queens and NC State at home. NC State currently ranked in the top 10 and at North Carolina to finish the season. Tobacco Road rivalry there with the Tar Heels. Meanwhile, Toro has come off, but he's waiting to re-enter, so this ball will be put back into play by Borak momentarily, and then the referee, Nikola Alexic, will whistle or motion rather for Toro to rejoin. And with 3:59 remaining, the ball is officially booted back into play. Final 4 minutes. Both teams a little bit of a breather there. We'll see if it serves either one of them better. Here's Kerr. Long pass, and then it went off the foot of an Eagle as well in the direction of the net. Kerr with another one towards the net and ends up beyond. And it will be another goal kick. It's so funny. Duke is still, even there, you saw Alejandro Arlodi was hustling to get that ball back in the hands of Andre Borak to make sure he could get this kick away. I think Duke is probably feeling the pressure of having been man up for most of the match, scoring 3 goals per match typically, and not doing so here this evening. Not able to put even one up. Now the Eagles with a chance to steal this match late, potentially. Bounces out with 3 minutes remaining. Flipped ahead for Duke. Bjornsson trying to get the edge, and really good defense from C.J. Williams. It's going to be a corner kick, but Williams did not allow Bjornsson to get the edge there. And with 2+ minutes remaining, here comes the corner. Just in front of the net. The header goes the wrong direction for the Blue Devils. Kennan hot. Aceto sends one to the middle. Big rebound opportunity for Simpson, but now it's Williams. Here comes the counter for the Eagles. It takes a big deflection in the direction of Toro, and Toro's not going to be able to get a good look off. Williams really pressing the issue there. And a whistle will go against Ambrosio, or rather Bjornsson. It will be a free kick. 90 seconds remaining here, still ticking. Eagles will have it just beyond midfield. And the clock finally is stopped for the Eagles as they were trying to use a few more seconds if they could. Eklund and Burkhart. 1:16. Clock winds on the kick. Burkhart towards the box with it, headed back the right direction. Now just in front of the 18, looking for a shooting opportunity was Eklund, never formed for him. Duke on the counter. Final minute of play. It'll be a throw in here. Kabusu. D'Ambrosio, and he earns the corner. One last corner kick. It'll be number 15 of the night for Duke. They had 17 against Averett. And the clock was stopped. They allow for the Eagle player there on the screen to tie his shoe. Biggest corner of the game right here. 41 seconds remaining. Sent in towards the goal. It's popped up by Borak way up in the air. Comes down inside the 18. Looked like it was off the side of Arlodi. And it was. It's a goal kick. The final half minute of play. And the referee stops the clock again. I think the BC bench is taking exception to the fact that the referee blew the whistle as quickly as he did there. Specifically, it looked like associate head coach Francesco D'Agostino was saying, we're playing. Final half minute as the clock gets restarted. Can the Eagles pull off a miracle here with a last-minute goal? And even if they can't, it appears that they're going to possibly find a way to survive being man down for most of the match. And they're going to play Duke, the number 7 team in the country, to a 0-0 draw. The first time Duke has been shut out this season. The BC Eagles play the